Welcome to the demo of our Shopify add-on for SAP Business One. This e-commerce interface is SAP certified and integrates with leading platforms like Shopify, Magento, WooCommerce, and Shopware. For Shopify, the add-on supports all essential B2C business processes. In this demo, we'll walk you through the standard integration process and powerful features of our add-on. If you need additional functionalities, such as POS integration, the add-on can be extended and customized to fit your business requirements. Let's get started. Once installed, you'll find the add-on in the standard SAP Add-on Manager. As you can see, this is a direct add-on, eliminating the need for any middleware. We've now started the add-on and can proceed with setting up the integration process. For the integration itself, we have a dedicated menu separate from the main menu. You can find this e-commerce menu under Administration, Setup, E-commerce Webshop Connector. All screens that are required for the e-commerce integration are available in this menu. The first master screen is the e-commerce master. There is no user intervention required here, but just to showcase, we have mapped here all the e-commerce platforms that can be successfully integrated using our e-commerce add-on. If you ever decide to switch from Shopify, you can still use the add-on with other available platforms. In the second master screen, we have the e-commerce website master. Here, one-time user intervention is needed to set up the URL of the web shop, add the admin tokens, and if required, also the credentials such as username and passwords for the required website. The user can now also easily select the required e-commerce platform. To ensure that the URL, admin token, and credentials are set up correctly, user has the possibility to check the connection. To test the connection, user can simply select the required row and click the Test Sync button. When the test button is clicked, the system will automatically attempt to generate a token. If the token is generated successfully, it will be displayed on the green confirmation bar. If the credentials are incorrect, the system will give you an error instead, stating that the credentials do not match. The next master screen is called E-commerce Scenario Mapping Master. This is an informative screen where no user intervention is required. You will find here around 19 different webshop sync scenarios for all e-commerce platforms that are available in the add-on. We have marked the required scenarios that are applicable to each of the platforms. The following master screen is called E-commerce Web Connector Setting. This is a general setting master screen where we define all the default values such as default price list, freight and payment terms, guest customer, warehouse, currency, as well as the VAT group. The next master screen is the e-commerce scenarios and field mapping screen. With this screen, user has the possibility to manually initiate the sync process or configure the automatic synchronization with the scheduler. Once the scheduler is set up, the processes will run automatically at the defined frequency. In the top right corner, under Website Name, the user can see the current interface and switch between different interfaces. Right now, we are in the Shopify interface, where the following scenarios are available: Customer Sync, Simple and Configurable, Item Sync, Item Stock Sync. The Item Stock Sync scenario ensures that stock levels are synchronized with the e-commerce platform. The last two scenarios are Sales Order Sync and Fulfillment Status Sync, which we will showcase later. Next in this screen, we define the data flow using the data direction setting. There are two types of data flow: e-commerce to SAP Business One and SAP Business One to e-commerce. For certain scenarios, such as Customer Master Sync, when a customer is created in Shopify, the system synchronizes the data into SAP using the e-commerce to SAP Business One data flow. The other data flow direction is the SAP Business One to e-commerce scenario, where, for example, items that were created in SAP Business One will be synchronized within the e-commerce platform. Next, the frequency setting allows the scheduler to be defined in minutes, hours, or days. Based on the configured frequency, the system will automatically initiate or restart the sync process for the selected scenario, ensuring seamless data synchronization between SAP and the e-commerce platform. Now, let's showcase a few scenarios. The first scenario is Customer Master with the data flow direction from e-commerce to SAP Business One. This means that whenever a new customer is created in the e-commerce system, it will be synchronized with SAP Business One. We will now create a new customer in the Shopify platform. We are now creating a new customer named Nora Musterman, and will initiate the sync process to SAP Business One. All relevant data, including addresses, phone details, and contact persons, will be included in the synchronization. Since no automatic synchronization frequency has been set, we will manually start the synchronization by double-clicking on the Sync option, which will create the customer in SAP Business One. Now, let's go to SAP and search for our new customer, Nora. Here we can see that the customer has been created in SAP, along with the telephone details, contact person information, and addresses. These details were created in Shopify and have been seamlessly synchronized into SAP using our add-on. Our next scenario is the Simple Item Master. For items to be created in the recipe, they can be assigned as either a Simple Item Master or a Configurable Item Master. With the Simple Item Master, we have the option to initiate the same process. Let's filter the items, and I'll explain where the simple attributes are mapped. As you can see here, we can access the Sync Master screen in Item Master data by clicking on the e-commerce sync-related option. On this screen, we can mark an item as a simple item and assign the required website for syncing the item. This is how we map the item in this scenario. To initiate the Simple Items Process scenario, we will double-click on the Forcing option. Now, we can see on the green bar that the system has created two simple items in the Shopify interface. Let's switch to the Shopify site to view them. As you can see, the two new items we just created in SAP have now been synced to Shopify, including the prices. This is how the Simple Items sync process works. Our next scenario is the Configurable Item Master. A Configurable Item Master is a parent item linked to its variants, also known as child items. For example, a product available in different colors and sizes. With the Configurable Item Master scenario, we can select the parent item along with all its assigned variants, and they will be automatically synchronized to the e-commerce platform. For our current scenario, we'll select the Demo Configurable Item as the parent item. We will add this one and initiate the sync process for the Configurable Item Master scenario. As you can see on the green bar, the system will automatically synchronize all assigned items from SAP Business One. This means our parent item, DemoConf, is the Configurable Item Master. You can also see that its two child items, which are size variants medium and large, have been successfully synchronized with just one click. Let us switch to Shopify and view the items. We will refresh the Shopify website now. As you can see, our configurable item DemoConf has been created, with two variants assigned to it. The color was red, and there were two sizes, large and medium, which have both been created as variants in Shopify. Our next scenario is Item Stock Sync. With Item Stock scenario, we can synchronize the stock levels of SAP into the Shopify platform. The stock that will be synchronized is the default warehouse stock, which we defined earlier in the general add-on settings. I've already entered the stock for the simple demo items we created a few minutes ago. Now we will initiate the sync process. Once the sync process starts, the system will synchronize the stock levels for all items linked to the Shopify interface. Now that the process has been successfully completed, let's switch to the Shopify platform and check the inventory levels of the demo items we created earlier. Now we will go back to the products. Here we can see our two demo simple items, where the stock is no longer 0, but has been successfully updated to 5 pieces for one product and 10 pieces for the other product. And once the frequency is set up in SAP, the item stock will update automatically. Our next scenario is the sales order. First, let's create a Shopify sales order for the customer we created earlier. The customer's name was Nora Musterman, so we'll create a sales order for her, selecting the new items for which we synchronize the stock. Let us add the shipping costs as well. Later, you will see that the shipping costs added here will also be available in SAP. Once the Shopify order is created, it is assigned a Shopify ID. For this order, the Shopify ID is 1048. Now, we will initiate the sales order scenario from the add-on. Let's double-click on the sales order scenario to initiate the sync process. Now, we can see that a sales order with the reference has been created in SAP. Additionally, several other related transactions have also been generated in SAP. Now, let's navigate to the sales order screen to view the newly created order. Here we can see the sales order, created for our customer Nora with the Shopify reference ID 1048. The order includes all item details, along with the shipping charges added as the freight cost. We have seen now how the sales order scenario works. So let's move on to our final scenario, the fulfillment status. With this scenario, whenever a sales order is marked as paid in the Shopify platform, the status will be updated in SAP, and the system will generate the corresponding incoming payment. Now we have marked the sales order as paid in Shopify. Let's return to SAP and run the fulfillment status scenario. As you know, we demonstrate here the manual process, but remember that the sync scenarios will run automatically in the background if you set the frequency, as shown earlier. Now, as we execute the scenario, the system initiates the synchronization process, automatically generating the incoming payment. As you can see, the incoming payment has now been successfully created in SAP. And that's how the fulfillment status scenario works. Let's now return to the master screens in the menu. The next screen is the sync monitoring tool, which provides an overview of all initiated synchronization processes. It displays a list of both successful and failed transactions, making it easy to track their status. If users would like to reinitiate the failed processes, then those can be easily initiated using the Resync button here. Next, here at the top section, we have filtering options to track the success or failed transactions. Additionally, we can see the data directions, allowing us to determine which transactions we want to view based on the flow. We also have the ability to view both platform-wise transactions and scenario-specific transactions. Finally, we have the language setup. This allows us to seamlessly support multiple languages, ensuring a more flexible and user-friendly experience. As you could see, with our Shopify add-on, you can focus on growing your business while we handle the complexity. To learn more, visit ingoldsolutions.com.